So iOS 16 Beta 4 just officially came out, so let's go and see exactly what came in this update. Now, I just installed it on an iPhone 12 Pro, so it's definitely not the latest update, but it's definitely not like the oldest iPhone either. It's fairly new for the most part. Now, I will go ahead and break down exactly the size of this thing. It was 1.61 gigabytes coming from the previous version of software. So keep that in mind. It was from Beta 3, aka the public beta, to this one. I think the public beta should be coming out fairly soon as well, or public beta 2. So keep it locked down so you guys can go see that whenever that comes out, which should be based off this for the most part. Now, to rewind back a little bit, Beta 3 was actually fairly stable. I rocked Beta 3 on this device for a period of time since it came out, including on all of my other devices, including my iPhone 10s, 8s, 11s, basically every iPhone out there. And I had a pretty solid experience, and it was pretty good overall. Now, my iPhone 10 here is still on Beta 3, and I will go in and update to it right now. But even on an iPhone like Beta 3 on this specific device, it's probably going to be around 1.61, 1.2 gigabytes, whatever it is. As you can see, 1.43. So like I said, make sure you have that much storage saved up before you actually update. Now, one thing Apple does is they don't update the specific, blueprint page or like their, release log the day. It usually takes a couple hours. So we don't really know exactly which specific features came out on Beta 4 just yet. There are still some known issues that Apple went ahead and fixed out on Beta 3. So the fact that this update has been getting as stable as it's been is actually very, very surprising, and I'm actually really, really happy about that. Now, I talked about this in the last video as well, but one of my favorite things is going within the subreddit for iOS betas. Now, this specific subreddit has a bunch of information within it, and I love this subreddit a ton because it's so active and so many people talk in this Reddit all the time. So here, as you can see, as soon as a new beta drops, they go and talk about it. And essentially what I was getting from the consensus of Beta 3 within not only the subreddit, but on Twitter and in my personal experience, I think a lot of people have been getting an overall solid experience from Beta 3 and the public beta. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean there's not issues. There's definitely issues, and I still would not recommend installing this beta at all on your device yet. But I'm actually very happy about the improvements Apple has been putting in these versions of softwares, and I think iOS 16, the betas, have been more stable than iOS 15, the betas, if you remember that. Now, the features are still here, the lock screen features, everything like that is still here. There's still going to be glitches all over the place. I've been experiencing tons of glitches on so many different devices, but they haven't been major issues. They haven't been like complete factory resets or apps not loading at all or different things like that. There's going to be minor things where like some apps don't work, some things don't work here and there. It's going to be like graphical issues too. I'm sure if I just go like this for like a few seconds, there's probably going to be something that pops up. But typically there's a lot more issues than there should be. And with iOS 16 in general, it hasn't really been the case. So now with Beta 4 that we're in right now, it's only going to be a more stable version of software. And you can see right here at 1.61 gigabytes, this was not a 300 megabyte update. This was a fairly large size update, which makes me think that Apple is really focusing in on trying to improve the software as much as they can. And they're not really trying to add crazy amounts of features. One thing I've always seen from Apple, whenever a new beta comes out, they'll go ahead and just throw in a bunch of features all the time, and it doesn't really seem like they're doing that here. So that's cool. I like that a lot. The fact that they're focusing on the stability standpoint. I feel like in the next few days, we're going to be getting a little bit more of a consensus on where this specific version of software is at. And I might do an updated maybe tutorial, and I might do a little updated battery comparison here and there for these devices as well, just to see where these devices lay out right now. But in my opinion, I think all these iPhones are doing very, very good on these versions of softwares. Like I said, I installed it on my iPhone 10, iPhone 8s, iPhone 11s, 10Rs, all these iPhones, and I've been having a very solid experience so far. So Beta 4 should be more or less the same, but like I mentioned before, I would still not recommend installing this version of software. It's only going to still be a buggy mess, but I feel like the mess is being cleaned out, and from not only my consensus, but a lot of other people's across the board, it seems like iOS 16 is looking to be a fairly stable update. So I'll keep you guys updated as the betas progress, but that kind of covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, then let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.